couple weeks ago, we revealed our Fyro Packing Cubes for the first time. And in that video, we got a bunch of questions. So in this video, we're gonna answer those questions. And if you're excited about the launch of these packing cubes and the backpack that we designed to fit them in and the sling that also goes perfectly with it, we got a lot going on in Fyro right now. And the best way to get a behind the scenes look as to what's happening and get access to discounts and deals is to sign up to the Insider newsletter, which you can do with the first link in the description below. Let's answer some questions. First question, I have some cheap expansion packing cubes and when zipping them up, the material gets caught and it's a nightmare. Will the same happen with these? No, mostly. I mean, at the end of the day, like, fabric is gonna kind of do what fabric do. But we were very intentional about the placement of the zipper and the width. Because if the expansion is too big, then you have too much fabric in between those expansion zippers, and that's when it gets caught and flops all over the place. But the way that we design these packing cubes is that when it's expanded or you're compressing it, the fabric does a really good job of staying out of the way, therefore making sure you don't get snagged up when you're on the go. Okay, next question. I watched the specs, blah, blah, but I'm looking to see if they're YKK. Finding decent cubes with YKK is not that easy, and he's totally right. And the reason is a lot of bag brands kind of look at packing cubes like a bit of an afterthought or a reason to give you an upsell. And they'll make really cheap packing cubes and slap a really expensive price on it. But I'm a world traveler. Like, I live out of packing cubes when I travel. So we wanted to be very thoughtful and intentional about the design. That's why they're some of the most lightweight packing cubes on the market. They've got that awesome accessible top handle and the expansion and compression features. But also, like, durability for packing cubes is just as important because you're really packing these things out, which means that you're really pushing the zippers, which is why here at Fyro, we had to go YKK all day, baby, with the packing cube zippers. Good question here. Why don't you use the same interior color as the 36-liter bag? And what this member of the community is referring to is our signature Fyro Copper Ripstop Nylon. And as you can see, we did consider it. In fact, this was the route that I was planning on taking originally because I'm just obsessed with this lining. It's my favorite thing in the world, I think. But we chose to go with function over form. And what that means is the fabric that we're using for the packing cubes, the final version, is a 30 denier, which is like the lightest denier you could possibly imagine actually working for a product like this. But in contrast, although this fabric is very thin as well, it's like 110D, so it's actually 3 times the width and therefore the weight. And our goal with these packing cubes was to make them as lightweight as possible. This 30 denier is an incredible fabric. It's so durable. I'll admit, like, I would have much preferred, like, aesthetically the look of using these, but lightweight seemed the way to go. Like, what do you guys think? Should we have gone with something a bit, like, not sexier, but, you know, like more Fyro with this? Or was going ultra, ultra, ultra feather lightweight the right call? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next question is, how's the stitching? I find stitching on seams and zippers is the biggest weakness on packing cubes because it's generally thinner materials and smaller stitch lines. Great points. At the end of the day, we at Fyro have partnered with the best in the game in terms of our development team, BagMe, and our factory, the Snags. So that just means that our stitching is going to be at the highest quality possible for the products that we're making. And I know that's kind of like vague, so that's why we have a lifetime warranty. And this would 100% be covered in our lifetime warranty. If you use the packing cubes and a seam or a zipper breaks on you, you just go to fyro.co, you click the little help button, and we'll get you some new ones. Easy as that. Next question, we got a few of these actually. Wondering how they would fit with the Osprey 26+6. Now, if you don't know, Osprey 26+6 is one of the most iconic travel bags in the world. But anyways, we actually have an Osprey 26+6 here. And as you can see, it indeed does fit all 3 fully packed out Fyro packing cubes. Now here's the deal. I know that a lot of y'all out there might be like, oh, does it work for this bag and this bag? And can I see it on that bag? We're not gonna do this on any more bags, just because, like, the reason is you have to understand what packing cubes are. Because these things can't get any bigger, but they can be as small as you need, and they're so compressible and malleable, right? So the 26+6 is more like a 20-liter bag. And you can see all 3 Fyro packing cubes fit into there. So that means that really any bag that's 18 liters or more, easily gonna fit all 3 cubes. But also keep in mind, they are perfectly designed to fit into our Levo travel backpack, the 30 and the 36 liter, if you want that extra perfect fit. Next question, is there a cube that is two-sided? We've actually gotten a lot of variations of this question, and there's some really popular packing cubes, most notably by Peak Design, as to where you can put your clean clothes on one side of the cube and then dirty clothes on the other. And we did not do this for the Fyro Packing Cube. And here's why. At the end of the day, more features equals more complications, more zippers, more stitching, more fabric, and therefore more weight. And being lightweight was priority number one for these guys. And reason two is it's like, do you really want your dirty clothes and your clean clothes in one packing cube? For me, I always just bring like a plastic bag. That's where the dirty laundry goes. Then I always know that my clean clothes are in a clean packing cube. But I'm always open to hear you guys' suggestions and thoughts. Let me know your theory and preferred system of clean clothes and dirty clothes when you're traveling. Let me know in the comments below. I'm also getting a lot of questions about color, launch date, and price point. And we're in the final stages of solidifying all these things and announcing what the color, the mystery color of our travel bag and sling will be. The packing cubes are only coming in black, but we are launching the sling and the travel bag in a new color for our first time. I'm so excited about it. So if you want first access to all this information, all the crucial stuff for the launch, be sure to sign up to the Fyro Insider newsletter. First link, you know what to do. And finally, we're getting a ton of questions asking if the packing cubes fit in our debut backpack, the Fyro Snags 22 liter. Let's take a look. Because we have a Snags 22 liter right here with the packing cubes. And you can see the large packing cube fits perfectly at the bottom. And then the two smaller packing cubes. It looks like a perfect fit, but will it close? As Ace Ventura once said, like a glove. And should be noted, not expanded. So we're in 22 liter mode with 3 packing cubes, fully decked out, and the T22 has extra room to spare. But keep in mind, remember these packing cubes, they're compressible, okay? So they're gonna fit depending on how you pack them out. I can't believe we're about to launch packing cubes and a sling and a travel backpack. We couldn't do this without your guys' support, so thank you so much for following our journey. If you have any other questions that I forgot to answer, be sure to let me know in the comments. And if you're still unsure about subscribing to the Fyro Insider newsletter, you should watch this video where I go into more detail about why it's just so fucking awesome. Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron, this is Fyro, and we'll catch you next time.